What's going on, guys? I'm Septile MC, and today will be a different kind of video. I know I've been absent for, is it 2 months now? A month and a half? But I do plan to come back, and the reason I'm coming back is because I joined the GBA D-League, actually, under the team name the San Francisco Arcaniners. So I'm so excited for this. This can be so much fun. I'm in it with like all my close YouTube friends, or I made even some new friends out of this, and I am so pumped. But basically, what the GBA D-League is it's basically like a sports league, but for Pokemon. So we draft teams of 11 Pokemon, 10 regular and then a Mega, and then we battle each other in like a round robin type thing, and then based on win, loss, and differential, you go to the playoffs, and then you have the championship, and then you have the winner of it all. So I am in this. I am the coach of the San Francisco Arcaniners, and I'm gonna go through my 10 draft picks and my Mega Evolution. So, as you can see on the screen right about now, GBA D-League Draft, these are all my picks. The numbers on the side of the Pokemon correlate to the round where I picked. Now, I was the third pick in the first round, so I was able to get Aegislash. Aegislash is an incredibly versatile Pokemon. It can be defensive, it can be specially defensive, it can be offensive, it can be mixed, it can be specially offensive. Has a lot of resistances, a few what's the word? A few immunities as well. It's a very versatile Pokemon, and I felt as a first round pick, if I didn't get it now, it'd be gone by the time I had my second round pick. So going down to my second round pick, I decided to pick Latios. Latios is an insanely powerful Dragon-type Pokemon, and it has access to Defog, which is a thing I wanted on this team. I wanted to have a Defogger and a Rapid Spinner, or just like one or the other. And it's a very reliable Defogger, which is why I decided to keep it. It has recovery. It's insanely good at what it does, just being an overall special attacker. However, if I wanted to, I could use it as a physical sweeper as well, using Dragon Dance and Outrage, stuff like that. So it's like, once again, it's a versatile Pokemon, and it was lucky that I was able to actually get it round 2. Going down to round number 3, I picked I chose Breloom. I wanted a fighting type, and a lot of fighting types were already taken, actually. So I was looking around, and then I see that there's Breloom still, and it has access to Spore, Technician. It could be a Toxic Orb set using the Sub and Focus Punch. It can use Leech Seed. So I was like, this Pokemon's not bad. It can be sort of like a knockoff Absorber. And it also has access to Priority, which I love having access to Priority. So that was that decision. So these were my 3-year picks. Your first 3 picks you have for 3 years, then your next 3 picks you have for 2 years, and then your last 4 picks you have for only a season. So 3 seasons. Oh my god. Bad timing, GBA, bad timing. So I have Aegislash, Latios, and the Breloom for 3 seasons. Going on to my next pick, I wanted a Pokemon that could be, I wanted a water type, and I was thinking maybe like a bulkier water type. So I decided to go with Manaphy. It could be, once again, defensive. It can be specially defensive. It can be physically offensive. It can be specially offensive with Tail Glow. It can be a Calm Mind. It can be a Rain Dance sweeper. It can be bulky. It can be speedy. It's just a lot of different things it can do. So I decided to pick Manaphy. as my 4th round pick, and let's go on. So after that, I chose Tyranitar. I wanted a Pokemon that could use rocks, so I decided to pick Tyranitar because it's an incredible stealth rocker. Also, you can kind of see I have a making of a sand team, kind of. It's a decent sand team. At the time, I wasn't really thinking about this, but if the matchup calls for a sand team, I can easily use a sand team, and that's great. That's a great option to have. Now, looking at my team, I don't really have any designated walls. Pokemon can be walls on my team, but they aren't usually. Me personally, I'm more of a hyper-offensive player. So, if I do run a wall, it would be something along the lines of, it's like a specific counter to something else on the opponent's team. I'm not gonna be having like a Chansey on this team, or a Blissey, or things like that where they only wall things. I want to have offensive pressure as well. So I chose Tyranitar just because it can be a specially defensive wall if it wanted to, because of the sand stream, and it gets up the rocks. It can pursuit trap. It can be special. It can be physical. It's a great Pokemon altogether. And I kind of feel like in the 5th round especially, it was a snag. Going up to round 6, I decided to get a more of a physically defensive Pokemon, and it was Gliscor. Gliscor really has 2 types of sets. You have offensive Swords Dance, or you have defensive, and then kind of different variations of a defensive set, like the Toxic Stalling, and then you have the Hazard setting with the rocks, and then the Defog. I feel like it would help out my team, although it does increase my Ice type weakness. Overall, I kind of feel like it was a snag, especially in the 6th round. Going down to round number 7, I actually got my mascot. I got Arcanine, and Arcanine, once again, it can be treated as a wall, or it can be treated as a powerful attacker on the physical and the special side. It's also really fast, so I felt like Arcanine actually really can't talk today. Really fit the team well, in the sense of I didn't have a fire type yet. I really wanted a fire type, and Arcanine in general is really hard to predict just because of the sets it can run. So I feel like being as versatile as it was a great addition to my team. So that was the first 1-year pick. I'm kind of disappointed that I only got him for a year. I should have thought about that more. I would probably change the order of the Gliscor and the Arcanine if I could. But we'll see about that. Maybe I'll try to snag it again as a 1-year pick when I can. But so that's that. And on to Crawdaunt, which I picked as my 8th one. I wanted more power on my team. Crawdaunt is just, it demolishes Pokemon. You run Adamant, you can run a special, you can use a special set if you wanted to, but just having that adaptability knockoff and that adaptability Aqua Jet is just really good. Good priority. Once again, guys, on this team I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Pokemon that can use priority, which is, in my opinion, really good. Of course, the priority is kind of on the weaker end, you know, only Shadow Sneak. Extreme Speed's a good priority move, Aqua Jet's good. Sucker Punch is unreliable in my opinion, however, it is still quite good. But Crawdaunt, kind of self-explanatory. I just wanted one more ice resistance, and then I also wanted some power. So that's the choice behind Crawdaunt. 9th round, I was able to get Lucario, which Lucario is a very good Pokemon. Very, very, very versatile in the sense of which side it can attack. It can be mixed. It can be fully offensive in the physical, or fully offensive in the special side. Nasty Plot, Swords Dance, Choiced, and then the Life Orb you can run, as well as being an Ice Resist, which, once again, my team not looking too hot with Ice types. But Lucario was a very, very good pick in the 9th round, I feel. I got a steal with that thing, and I'm hoping I could sign it for maybe an extra season or two after this. We will probably definitely end up seeing that happen. 10th round, I had an interesting pick. I was thinking about this for a while, and people were confused, kind of, about the choice I made between my 10th pick and my Mega. Now, my 10th pick was a Zoroark. Now, Zoroark, the reason why I wanted to is because my type of playstyle, I love hyper offense, but I love playing mind games. I'm the type of player that I love to predict. I don't win games by sending out a bulky Pokemon that is a counter and then just going for an attack, then I'd go into my next counter to that Pokemon. I'm that type of player that just goes, he's in here, he's gonna go for this, let's head into this, but now he's gonna switch out, let me double switch out, and then it's a prediction game. That's the type of game I like to play, and a Pokemon like Zoroark fits perfectly with that style. I can try to bluff certain sets. For example, I can bluff him as an Arcanine, go for Flamethrower, and then like a Latios comes in, takes the Flamethrower, and then I smack him with a knockoff. Those are the types of things that I like to do. Now, people were like, why not just pick a can't talk today, Gardevoir as your 10th round pick, so you have a Fairy type, and then choose a better Mega Evolution. Well, Mega Gardevoir is one of the most powerful Megas, in my opinion, in the sense of just pure power. And also, I was looking at all my friends' teams because I was able to see the draft, and I was looking, and I'm like, wow, like some of these teams, especially Sam's team, has a lot of really bulky Pokemon. They have Sylveon, Skarmory, Chansey, and lots of Pokemon like that. So Mega Gardevoir has the capability to run Psyshock, the Hyper Voice. It can run a physical set, which you might see a bit in this GBA, but it has the ability to completely break wall cores, which is one thing that I really love about it, and I'm gonna try to utilize that to its advantage. So guys, well, this is my GBA D-League team. It's gonna be a really good season, I feel, and I am really excited for what is to come with this team. Arcaniners all the way. We're gonna take the gold the first season. We're gonna win the championship. We're gonna be undefeated. Maybe not undefeated, but we will try to be undefeated, and we are gonna win. So if you're rooting for the San Francisco Arcaniners, please leave a thumbs up on this video. The first week's battle will be up either later on today or tomorrow, all depending on when I can get that recorded and uploaded. And guys, well, that's gonna be the end of the video. So if you enjoyed, please comment, like, rate, and subscribe. My name is SeptileMC, and peace out.